The wine was still chilled when the first gasp rippled through the garden. No one noticed Anya Belrose at first. She stood at the edge of the Rowencourt Estate lawn, just beyond the halo of string lights and champagne flutes. Her dress was black, stark, formal. In a sea of blush pastels and cream linens, she stood like a shadow that didn't belong. She stepped forward. The mic squealed. Conversation stopped. All eyes turned. Eleanor Vandrelle's ringed hand froze mid-toast. Beside her, her daughter, Camille, the newly engaged, lowered her glass, confusion sharpening into concern. Anya's voice cut the silence. "I was told this day was about family," she began. "So let's talk about family." A nervous laugh echoed from somewhere near the Rose station. It died quickly. A drone hummed above, unnoticed. "I know many of you have followed the Vandrelle family for years," Anya continued. "The charity galas, the social features, the adoption story, a ripple of polite nods, recognition, the black girl rescued by a wealthy white family, a modern fairy tale." She paused. Except it wasn't. Gasps now. A few murmurs. Someone cleared their throat. Someone else pulled out their phone. On the screens behind the makeshift garden stage, the slideshow flickered once, then shifted. Text messages. Scam shots. Dozens of them. Some short, some cruel. Lines appeared in bold font, projected 6 feet tall. "Why do you always have to act like that? She's so dramatic. Must be a cultural thing. Let her eat in the kitchen. It's just easier." Anya didn't flinch. "I spent 15 years inside this house," she said. 15 years being told to be grateful. 15 years erasing myself to fit. Whispers grew louder. Eleanor's smile cracked like porcelain. Beside her, her husband Dean turned red beneath his tailored collar. "You're making a scene," he hissed, stepping toward her. "I'm making history," she corrected. Camille tried to speak, but the mic was already back to Anya. "You remember the fall I had in 10th grade?" Anya asked. "The one you told people was clumsiness?" She rolled up her left sleeve. Scar tissue. Thin lines. Faint but undeniable. Someone in the crowd gasped. "I tripped, yes," Anya said, "because someone loosened the stair rail." She turned to face Camille. "Your fiancé helped cover it up." Camille's mouth opened, then closed. The screens changed again. This time, financial documents. Bank statements from the Vandrelle Foundation. Red circles. Transfer amounts. Names of shell companies. I traced over $300,000 in donations meant for educational diversity programs, rerouted to personal accounts and property upgrades. Dean lunged forward. "You're ruining everything." Anya didn't move. "Everything?" Her voice was steady. "Or just the image?" Someone in the crowd dropped their glass. Another drone zipped overhead, this one marked with the logo of a local news station. "It's live," a voice murmured from the back. Eleanor looked up. Her face drained of color. "You can't do this," she whispered. "Anya, please. Think of the family. Your reputation." Anya turned slowly. "My reputation?" She stepped closer to the stage, looked her adoptive mother in the eye. "You tied me to a pole in your garden as a punishment. I was 13. Silence now. Complete. Only the sound of wind through hydrangeas, and the high buzz of the cameras. No one moved. Camille whispered, "She's lying." But her voice didn't carry. If you're enjoying this story, kindly do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It is free and won't cost anything, but it means the world to us. We're just a small channel trying to grow. Thank you, and back to the video. The crowd was no longer listening to her. They were watching the screens, watching the footage play on loop. Anya's arms bound, her face streaked with dirt and tears. Laughter in the background. Dean's voice. "She needs to learn her place." Anya's voice cracked only once, then steadied. "I did learn my place," she said, "and now I've outgrown it." She turned her gaze on the guests. "You all came here to celebrate love," she said, "but I never once felt loved in this house. I felt owned." A single clap echoed, then another. It was Marianne Dove, editor of Brightwell's weekly magazine. Then came applause from the guests Eleanor never quite trusted, the ones who had always suspected. Dean reached for the mic. Anya handed it to him. He opened his mouth and froze. On the screen behind him now, emails. His emails. Targeted campaigns to prevent black interns from advancing in his investment firm. Comments on their hair. Their attitudes. His hand dropped. The mic fell with a thud. Anya stood alone, center stage. Sophia, her friend from college, emerged from the crowd. "It's going viral," she whispered. Let it. More drones arrived. Eleanor collapsed onto a chair, trembling. What do you want? She croaked. Money? A settlement? We'll fix this. Anya didn't blink. I don't want anything from you. Dean staggered. Then why? To tell the truth, she said. Because people like me are always told to suffer in silence. I refuse. Someone called her name from the back. It was Aunt Helena, Eleanor's older sister. Her voice was hoarse. I suspected. I didn't have the courage. I'm sorry. Anya didn't answer. She walked past her. She walked past Camille, who now looked like a stranger wearing a mask that didn't quite fit. She walked until she reached the estate gates. She stopped once. Looked back. I used to wonder what made us different, she said. Then I realized you never had to earn love. I was expected to earn my humanity. And she left. Just like that. The headlines the next morning didn't call her a troublemaker. They called her a whistleblower, a symbol, a reckoning. And back at Rowencourt, Camille's engagement fell apart before noon. Eleanor's inbox overflowed with media requests and charity withdrawals. Dean's firm held an emergency board meeting. But none of that was the twist. The twist came the next evening. In a dim studio apartment Anya had rented under a different name, a knock landed on her door. Cautious, she checked the peephole. It wasn't Sophia. It wasn't press. It was someone else. Someone from the past. And they were holding a flash drive. The knock came again. Anya didn't breathe. Then, she opened the door. The screen cut to black. The knock echoed again. Anya's fingers hovered near the lock. Her chest rose and fell, fast. Steady then not. Outside the peephole, the figure didn't flinch. Male. Mid-30s. Tan coat. Left hand in his pocket. Right hand holding a flash drive. She opened the door 2 inches. Anya Belrose, he asked. Voice low. Clipped. Measured. Who are you? Name's Taver. He held up the flash drive. You don't know me. But I knew someone who did. Pause. Jude. The name hit like a fist to the ribs. Anya stepped back. Taver entered. The door shut behind him. You have 3 minutes, she said. He placed the flash drive on the kitchen counter. Didn't sit. Jude was my brother, he said. I saw your broadcast. Anya stiffened. Jude. The intern. The one who vanished. You're lying. No, Taver's voice didn't waver. He worked for Dean Vandrelle's firm 3 years ago. Had a promising future. Until he filed a complaint. Anya swallowed. He disappeared after that. I remember, she said. The board said he quit. He didn't. Taver's jaw clenched. They made sure no one looked deeper. He tapped the flash drive. He kept everything. Emails. Recordings. Notes. Passwords. Silence. Anya picked up the drive. It was cold. Heavier than it looked. He gave this to you. He mailed it, Taver said. 3 weeks before he died. Died. Found in his car. No note. Ruled suicide. Anya closed her eyes. But you don't think? No, Taver said. I think he got too close. She slid the drive into her laptop. A folder opened. /Jude_B/internal/. Her screen flickered. Dozens of audio files. PDFs, password logs. The first file opened automatically. Dean's voice. Cut him loose. Quietly. Another voice. Female. He's asking too many questions. If it leaks, then we bury it. Same as last time. Anya clicked again. A video file this time. Surveillance footage. Jude in a glass-walled boardroom. Arguing with Dean. Paperwork in hand. Then, a security guard enters. Puts a hand on Jude's shoulder. Drags him out. The file ended. He recorded everything, Taver said. Anya stared at the screen. Her throat tightened. I need more time, she whispered. You don't have it. He pulled out a folded piece of paper. Handwritten. Jude's final note. If anything happens to me, go to the girl from the garden. She'll know what to do. Anya read it twice. I'm not ready, she said. You already started the fire, Taver replied. Now you finish it. By morning, the internet had changed. Clips from the Rowencourt expose were everywhere. News anchors, activists, even celebrities. Hashtag still trending. Hashtag Anya rises. But Anya was already in motion. She met Sophia in a downtown cafe. Where the hell have you been? Sophia snapped. You vanished after dropping a bomb on the wealthiest family in Brightwell. I had a visitor, Anya said. And a flash drive. Sophia's eyes widened. Anya slid the laptop across the table. Press play. They listened together. Audio. After audio. Emails. Footage. Bribes. Cover-ups. At one point Sophia whispered, "He was collecting all this alone." Anya nodded. "And they silenced him." Sophia leaned in. "Then we make sure they never silence you." They went to the press. But not the glossy morning shows or polite editorial desks. They went underground. Independent journalists. Whistleblower networks. The ones that didn't flinch when power screamed. The story exploded again. Not just about Anya now. It was about Jude. The intern. The warning signs. The machine that chewed him up and tried to bury the pieces. Tavor stayed silent, working from the shadows. But the threats came fast. Anya received 3 anonymous texts that night. "You made your point. Walk away. You won't be safe if you keep digging." Jude couldn't handle it. "You won't either." Sophia wanted to call the police. Anya shook her head. "They're already in it." She played another file. This one was recent. Eleanor's voice. "If it leaks, I want someone on the inside to clean it up. We've buried worse." The next day, an emergency court filing froze Vandrelle Foundation assets. Dean's firm plummeted on the stock exchange. A statement was released. "These accusations are false. We are cooperating with legal authorities." But privately, Eleanor was panicking. Anya received a call. Unknown number. She answered. "Anya, please. Stop this." It was Camille. Anya didn't reply. "I didn't know everything. I swear. I was just a kid too." Anya's voice was ice. "You let it happen. I was scared of them. I was too. I still fought." Camille's breath hitched. "I want to meet. Face to face." "Why?" "I have something you need." Anya hesitated. Time slowed. "Then where?" Camille gave her a location. Not a cafe. Not her home. The old library on Silver Hollow Lane. Abandoned. Quiet. Sophia warned her not to go. Tavor offered to follow. Anya went alone. The building smelled of dust and old glue. Anya stepped inside. The shelves were still intact. Shadows stretched across the warped tile. Camille stood near the far wall. She looked different. Pale. Tired. Hair pulled back. "I didn't bring anyone," she said. "Prove it." Camille held up her phone. Live stream running. Face visible. "No games," she said. She pulled a folder from her coat. "I found these in my father's safe." Anya opened it. Photos. Of Jude. But not just him. Photos of others. Young. Black. Brown. Interns. Volunteers. Employees. All fired. All framed. All labeled. Each folder had a name. Each name had a red X. "What is this?" They called it a containment list. Anya stared. Camille's voice cracked. "I didn't know they were doing this. I found it by accident. After your broadcast, I started digging." Anya's breath quickened. There were 20 folders. Camille reached for Anya's arm. "I'm sorry." Anya pulled back. "Sorry won't fix them." "I know." A loud crack echoed behind them. Both froze. A second later, shattering glass. The window exploded inward. A metal canister rolled across the floor. Smoke. Tear gas. Anya grabbed the folder and ran. Camille screamed. Then choked. Another bang. Footsteps. Boots. Men in masks. Black vests. No insignias. Anya darted through the side exit, gasping. She didn't stop running until she reached the street. A white van pulled up. Door flung open. "Sophia, get in." She did. They drove. Behind them, the library burned. That night, Tavor vanished. Phone dead. Apartment cleared. No trace. Anya's inbox was full of questions. The press wanted statements. The Vandrelles released new claims. Staged footage. Manipulated data. Trauma-induced fabrication. But the people believed Anya, because the truth kept leaking. From whistleblowers. From ex-employees. From Camille. Camille went on record. She named names. Dates. Locations. Codes. But she also confessed something else. Something Anya hadn't seen coming. "My parents didn't just adopt Anya out of charity," Camille said. "They had debts. Political debts. Adoption earned them a seat on the board of the Reform Caucus. It wasn't love. It was leverage." The headlines changed again. Adoption for influence? Exposing philanthropic corruption in the upper class. Anya didn't sleep for 3 days. And then, on the 4th morning, a letter arrived. No address. No stamp. Just her name. Inside, a single photograph. A young boy. Same eyes as Jude. The back read. They had another. He's alive. Find him. Anya gripped the photo. Her fingers shook. Who? Where? She looked closer. There, behind the boy. A school building. And the sign. Morrow Academy. Her breath caught. The location was 2 states away. She picked up her phone. Sophia answered on the first ring. I need a road map, Anya said. And 2 train tickets. Why? Because it's bigger than I thought. Outside the window, rain began to fall. The photo curled in her hand. And across town, deep beneath a private server, a new file was unlocked. Subject, Phase 2. Target, Anya Belrose. Status in progress. Note, eliminate before retrieval. If you're enjoying this story, kindly do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It is free and won't cost anything, but it means the world to us. We're just a small channel trying to grow. Thank you, and back to the video. The train to Belden City left before sunrise. Anya sat by the window, the photo of the boy clutched in her hand. Morrow Academy was burned into the sign behind him, blurred but legible. He had Jude's eyes. Same shape. Same sadness. Same warning. Sophia sat beside her, fingers wrapped around a thermos of burnt station coffee. You believe he's alive? She asked. Anya nodded. I have to. Outside, the sky shifted from charcoal to gray. Neither of them spoke as the train cut through fields and past sleeping towns. They arrived just after noon. Belden City was smaller, quieter. No press, no whispers, no weight of legacy. But it wasn't safe. Not anymore. They checked into a motel near the outer district. Anya refused the front rooms. Chose one at the back, cornered with 2 exits. She slept with her shoes on. Morrow Academy stood at the end of an old tree-lined road. Rust crept up its black gates. The sign was cracked, a vine curling over the W. It wasn't a school anymore. It was now a youth rehabilitation campus. The front desk refused them. We don't release information on minors, said the woman behind the glass. Her badge read Elton. Her smile was rehearsed. Hollow. We're not asking for information, Anya said. We're here to visit. Name of the student? Anya handed over the photo. The woman paused. The smile dropped. I'm sorry, she said. We don't have any student by that name. We haven't told you the name. Silence. Sophia leaned in. Listen closely. If something happens to her, if you lie again, you'll be dragged into the storm. The woman pressed a button under the desk. A click behind them. Security. 2 men appeared at the hallway edge. Plain clothes. Identical shoes. Anya turned, smiling. We'll leave, she said. For now. That night they broke in. Taver had taught her how. Wires. Entry points. Timing. Morrow had 3 cameras. None pointed at the staff wing. Sophia kept watch. Anya slipped through the side door. It smelled like bleach and cheap aftershave. The hall buzzed under flickering lights. She found the record room. Locked, but old. She picked it fast. Inside, rows of metal drawers. Stamped dates. Numbers. She opened 2020. Found the initials, JB. Jude Belrose. But beneath it, NB. Different ID. Same last name. She pulled the file. Inside, 1 photo. Same boy. Older now. Thin. Bruised under 1 eye. Anya flipped the page. Medical reports. Behavioral assessments. All signed off by the Vandrelle Foundation. Every page stamped. Stay in program until further review. He'd been here. 4 or 5 years. Property of the system they built. She heard a voice behind her. Looking for ghosts? She spun. Dean. Older. Eyes darker. Shirt rolled at the sleeves. How did you? You never were very subtle, he said. He stepped closer. I warned you to stop. You didn't listen. Anya backed toward the shelf. Dean smiled thin. You should have taken the deal we offered. I don't take bribes from liars, she snapped. He laughed. No. You prefer being a martyr. Suddenly, footsteps. Running. Sophia. She threw something. Dean flinched. Smoke. Taver's old trick. Anya grabbed the file and ran. Back through the corridor. Out the side door. The alarm never sounded. It didn't need to. They were already being hunted. Back at the motel, Anya spread the contents across the bed. His name is Nico, she said. Sophia sat, coughing. Her hair damp from the rain. We need to find him. Now. Not here, Anya said. They moved him. The last page had a transfer order. She pointed. To Bastridge Haven, Facility 4. Sophia blinked. Bastridge? It wasn't a place either of them had heard of. But it existed. Barely. A facility tucked under the shell of a private youth wellness initiative, owned by one of the Vandrelle shell companies. Funded with foundation money. Anya packed the documents. They drove all night. Bastridge sat in the middle of a flat, empty stretch of scrubland. No towns nearby. No signals. The gates were steel. The guards wore black. One looked her straight in the eye when they parked. "Do not approach the perimeter," he said. "This is private land." Sophia killed the engine. "What's the plan?" Anya opened her phone. Signal dead. Backup plan memory. She had memorized the blueprint Taver had pulled from a leaked zoning doc months ago. "There's a utility tunnel," she said. "West wall. Next to the drainage grate." They waited until dusk. Snuck through the ditch. The grate was there. Bolted shut. But bolts rust. She pulled. It screamed as it moved. She crawled in. Dark. Wet. Narrow. One wrong turn and she'd be buried. But then light. And voices. She stayed low. Watched. From behind the vent, she saw rooms. Lined with bunk beds. Boys her brother's age. Silent. Moved like shadows. Anya moved through 3 wings before she found him. Nico. Older now. 14 maybe. Eyes sunken. But familiar. He sat on his bunk. Reading. She whispered. "Nico." He looked up. Their eyes met. Everything froze. Then a siren. Red light. Motion sensors. Too late. She broke the vent cover. Grabbed his hand. "Come on." He didn't ask. They ran. Down the hallway. Past the mess. To the fire exit. It was locked. She kicked it. Twice. A third time. It gave. She shoved him out first. Followed. Gunshot. Not at them. At the air. A warning. "Stop," someone shouted. They didn't. A van was waiting. Sophia. At the wheel. They dove in. The door slammed. Sophia floored it. The van skidded off the gravel. Nico didn't speak for 20 minutes. Then, "You're her." Anya turned. "Who?" "The girl from the video." He looked down. "I watched it on a nurse's phone." Anya swallowed. "I'm your sister." He nodded. Said nothing. Then reached into his pocket. Pulled out a pin drive. Anya blinked. "What's that?" "They made us memorize passwords," he said. "But I copied mine." He handed it to her. "Everything's on here." Anya took it. Her fingers trembled. Back in Brightwell, the world was ready to erupt. The final drop came 3 days later. Anya uploaded the drive contents. Surveillance. Financial trails. Medical records. Documents signed by Eleanor herself. One file stood out. A single sentence in legalese. Subject NB will remain in Foundation custody until project assessment concludes or subject fails behavioral compliance protocol. The world exploded again. But this time, so did the government. Federal inquiries. Subpoenas. Criminal charges. Dean was arrested at a private airstrip. Eleanor was found hiding in a hotel in Lisbon. Camille testified against them. In open court, the judge called it the most grotesque abuse of charitable status in modern history. Rowencourt was seized, converted into a center for displaced youth. And Anya, she stood in front of the press. Nico beside her. "My name is Anya Belrose," she said. "And I'm not a victim. I'm the result of survival." She looked into the cameras. "And this is my brother. He is free." Applause broke out. But she didn't smile. Not yet. Not until every file had been opened. Every victim named. Every system changed. 2 years later. A quiet bookstore in Manhattan. A signing table. A line around the block. A woman approached. Older. Careful. Camille. She held a copy of Belonging Isn't Conditional. "I read every word," she said. Anya didn't flinch. Camille's voice cracked. "I don't want forgiveness." "You won't get it." Camille nodded. "But I wanted to tell you, what you did mattered." She paused. "I'm trying to matter too." Anya took the book. Signed it. Handed it back. One sentence written in bold ink. "Responsibility matters more than regret." Camille left. Anya turned to the next reader. Behind her, the pole that once stood in Rowencourt's courtyard had been mounted on the wall. Bent. Rusted. A plaque below it read, "This was once used to bind the truth." Now it holds it up. The girl who'd once knelt in chains was gone. The woman in her place had built a legacy. Not from vengeance, but from fire. From love. from defiance that never stopped burning.